Okay, so I'm kind of back. I just think I know I haven't got a pencil. Hold on. Pencil. Right, so I'm back. It's still cold. So I'm going to play Mork Borg. Now, I've never played Mork Borg before, so it's probably a bit stupid because I've never played in any way, shape or form, but I'm going to play solo, which is probably, oh, there's a pencil, which is probably, I thought I had a pencil, which is probably even more stupid because I'm going to have to put on top of getting to grips with Mork Borg as a system. No, it's a bit rules light, so it shouldn't be that difficult. It is a very foreign genre to me. I am not massive into horror. I'm not massive into dark metal. I was never big on dark metal at all, really. Cradle of Filth and etc. I was never massive into the dark metal stuff. So it's going to be a bit foreign, but I'll try and embrace. I will embrace because I do like. I mean, the book is a work of art. So just in and of itself. I mean, also because of my capacity of reading and stuff, it's very distracting because the actual information is dispersed in amongst some beautiful layout, beautiful design, beautiful, amazing, beautiful. But anyway, I have rolled a character already. My character, and I'm not expecting to exist very long. I mean, yes, the whole concept of Mork Borg is the world is dying, everything is dying. It very much rings of proper old school Warhammer Fantasy roleplay, where the world is at its end, but this is just way closer to the end. So Theras, Theras. Theras, there's not much to Theras really. Theras has, you should find it out. Theras rolled wonderfully for his strength, +3, but then ended up with a +1 agility, and that +3 wasn't even using the 4 dice, that was just 3 dice. +1 agility, +1 presence, 0 toughness. Theras, he carries a knife and a club, has fur and padded cloth armour. I bought the club and the armour, and that was all of my silver. Has the obligatory water skin, 2 days of food, rolled a bomb, and also rolled 4 monkeys. So there are 4 monkeys who are, let's tell you what the book says about this. Basically, they are loyal but ignore Theras. It was quite. I didn't really read the table first, so when it came up, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." D4 monkeys that ignore but love you. So 3 of them have 4 hit points. 1 of them has 5 hit points. They do a D4 punch and bite, so they will help if there's any combat, I suppose, until they all die, and I probably end up eating them. Theras is vindictive. Theras has a rotting face and wears a mask on top. I have thought that into... so all of this was rolled randomly, including Theras' 3 hit points, which is why Theras won't last long. So Theras has a rotting face, wears a mask, giggles insanely at the worst of possible times, so I'll probably incorporate that into any time that Theras is sneaking or anything like that, or trying to be serious. It says here that Theas' flesh heals twice as fast, but the companion's twice as slow. Theas sees a many-eyed guardian angel. So the rotting face and wearing a mask. I thought that Theas comes from a small village somewhere. We'll randomly roll in a minute. Everybody in the village has died of a rotting disease. Theas survived. Theras survived, and he's wandering the lands. I don't even really remember what the name of the land is. Anyway, the desolate plains, and I'm going to randomly roll where Theras is wandering. I'm going to randomly roll what Theras has to do, and either I will randomly roll to say who has given Theras the task. Otherwise, I'm going to just say that he has, the dark presence has given Theras a vision, and Theras is going to strive toward the vision. And then Theras will need to go somewhere, which I'll randomly roll, and do a thing, which will also randomly roll. We'll do all of that any minute now. And my premise of that was that if I like it, using Sölitary Defilement, which I wasn't able to get the book, but I did buy from Drive-Thru RPG. Using Sölitary Defilement, I've got the other one, which is Exploring Towns, which we probably will end up doing, but I haven't read that yet. So not this day. Alone in the Crowd. So not this day. But the idea is that we will follow Theras through a journey, mostly an overworld journey, and see what Theras bumps into. I have read Sölitary Defilement for a mini crawl and for a dungeon crawl, so Theras will be able to do that, and we have the overland travel, so Theras will be able to do that. If Theras dies significantly faster than I'm expecting, so i.e. quicker than 2 or 3 sessions, then we may roll on screen another character. We will roll just that character, and then that character will also get a vision to continue Theras' quest, possibly starting near Theras' body, retrieving things from Theras' body if Theras has picked up anything that we decide to call part of the quest chain, and moving on. So this is it's kind of like Iron Sworn, so Starforged. So that's why I thought this would be next, because it's closer to the next thing. I played with my daughter using Mythic GM emulator, a basic OSR game, using Scarlet Heroes and the White Box book, and I'm thinking I'll do that. So once this runs its course, I'm thinking I might do that. I might do randomly generate a hex map using Sandbox Generator and have a character with a goal of getting a castle, like set a gold limit to how much a castle would be, get that. But anyway, for now, Mork Borg. So Theras. Let's see what Theras has to do. So there are some tables in here at the back of the main book. Where is Theras wandering? Let's move my dice out of the dice box. All of the polyhedral dice. And then we will switch to that. So what do we have? We have a D12. 6 at the city wall at Gallenbeck. So we have at the city wall of Gallenbeck. And Gallenbeck is... Where's Gallenbeck? Oh, here it is. So the city wall of Gallenbeck. If you know Mork Borg, you probably know this much better than me. Gallenbeck, in the land of Trevland. I'm English. I'm not European. I'm English. We've removed ourselves. The fools. It's the greatest city that ever was. No king or queen rules in Gallenbeck, but an arch-priestess. Jezebel Miguel. Deep beneath the cathedral of two-headed bastard. So doing a bloody Lone in the Crowd would have been good, but I'm at the... So we have sort of come round outside, so maybe returning outside Gallenbeck. Okay, so who or what contacts you which is a D20. What does this say? That's a 5, and a 5 says warrior that switched loyalties. Okay, so we're going to see a vision. So we have Travas, Tharas. Remember that, Tharas. So Tharas hasn't eaten for a while, even though Tharas is carrying food and water. For some reason, Tharas has been in a bit of a daze since his village that he can't even remember anymore. Was it days? Was it hours? Was it weeks? Was it months? The darkness and the overhung and the overcast has blotted out Tharas's memory of even what it was before. Every now and then a brief glimpse of a memory of joy and a family, and then it's gone, and just there's the pain of his face, the weight of his club, and he has come to outside the walls of Galgenbeck, where a vision of a warrior steps forward and says, what does this warrior tell Tharas to do? So we've got an adventure spark, which is D100. Otherwise, we'll see what the two-headed basilisk will suggest. So let's hold the two-headed basilisk page. Such artwork. Two-headed basilisk. 100. Oh, what does 100 do? Newly discovered path. Adventure spot. Newly discovered path in Skarkesh. No, I think we're just going to go for the basilisk. I think the two-headed basilisk will just say 5. The year's firstborn goat. The year's firstborn goat. Okay, from where? The year's firstborn goat from another D12. I mean, this is a pointless quest most partly. That is a 9. Skarkesh. Alright. Year's firstborn goat. Skarkesh. We're in Skarkesh. Okay, so how about... So Skarkesh, is Skarkesh the cold place? Skarkesh, Ocean lies. The forest seems like... Oh, alright. There's Graven. So we are there at the bottom, Travere Land. How can I show you this? Let's do this. See. So we're at the bottom at the city down here. Look at my fingernails. I should really have them manicured. I'm not a manicure person. At the gates or the walls of Galgenbeck, and up here somewhere, Skarkesh. In Tyrell also lies the forest Skarkesh. The forest seems likely to spread unnaturally fast. Paths tangle and wind in the overgrown gloom, leading wanderers astray. Far in the depths of Skarkesh, always where one least expects to find it, in a hollow dying trees, is Graven Toshk, a truly ancient cemetery filled with mausoleums. Oh, alright. So, let's say we have to go. There is a town. No, there's a village. There's a settlement. There's a village. A nameless village. Okay. So, it's... So, I mean, this is just a reason to go on a wandering journey and die. It fills in the gap between now and when the 7th psalm comes true. The 7th misery. So Skarkesh, the first goat born. So this is near the ancient, so of Graven Tosh settlement. Okay, and where do we? So we need to travel. So it's not. No, it's not that far. So that's from Galbeck up that way. So we can have a look in Sölitary Defilement in a minute and see how long that will take to travel. And where do we have to? Hold on. So that was. So that's in Sarkash. So we have to go and get that. And where are we taking it to? D12 again. What's number 1? Number 1 on the barren fields of Kurgus. Where's Kurgus then? Is that anywhere nearby? That's across the water. So we would have to cross over and then cross over again to get there. So we have to go and get the goat. Take it somewhere to sacrifice, probably. Grift is the cold place, I think. No? Okay, yeah, that's the Palace of the Shadow King. Nah. Alright, we'll just have to take it. So what's in Kurgash? Kurgus. Oh, that's her! Okay. Okay, we're going to take it as a sacrifice to Athelia, the Blood Countess. And we're going to take that. Take to Athelia, Blood Countess. Fine. So, Tharas. Hold on. Right, so let us see how long it will take. So, the astral warrior, blood dripping from its armour onto the ground, forming not a pool at its feet. Tired eyes stare into Tharas's as the warrior's rusty sword hangs limp in his hands. You need to get the goat. The goat must be taken from Skarkash, the firstborn goat. Take it to the Blood Countess. Give it to the Blood Countess. There's a sacrifice. A sacrifice to help the world. And then Tharas has an overwhelming desire to start on his journey. Start on his journey for a reason he does not know, for a purpose he does not know, but he will travel that way. Not that one. Not that one. That one! So this is ferocity. Ferocity, overworld. So if I'm going from Glenbrook up to Craven Toshk, it's a D6 plus 6 days, which would be a D6, 6, 12 days. So it's going to be 12 days travel. 12 days travel. Where's my head at? Here we go, roadmap. 12 days travel. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that would be up around, so what have we got? Yeah, Craven Tosh settlement. So this would be, unless we get particularly bad weather, and here we have Galgenbeck Walls. Thras will take his wet, sodden feet, call to the monkeys. They once had names, now they just follow Thras. Wet, muddy, thin, their teeth dirty and glinted, mouths caked with leftover food. They traipse behind Thras, hungry and desiring to move forwards. So, begin adventure. You may like to structure your play by deciding how many milestones a campaign or adventure will involve. Straightforward is 1, suicidal is 12. This will be, I think, either depressing or weary. Probably because we have to go across to Kirgas to give it. That's weary. Maybe not suicidal. So we have 8 milestones. If a character manages to survive from the beginning to the end of one significant milestone, then they can get better. So, what shall we have the first milestone being? Well, we can just travel through the land. Well, we can see, can't we? We can see. We'll see if we roll up something random that's a mini adventure or a mini crawl, then we'll call that a milestone. Otherwise, we'll just slowly plod our way across. I think the first major milestone would be, unless otherwise stated, getting to the massive mausoleum in the graveyard of Droven Toshk would be our first milestone, if we don't encounter another, because that's a long journey to get through. So that's our first bit. So how this works is we have our difficulty number, and then we will roll 2d20, add any stats to it, and it's very much like Ironsworn. So there's weak hit, strong hit, fail. Basically mimicking it. So the dude says outright that he took strong inspiration from Ironsworn. Conclude? No, so we're not concluding. Oh yeah, and I have 2 omens. General adventuring move. So what's general adventure? Deciding what you're going to do and choose that stat best matches your no. No. I guess where's his example? I guess this is we strike out. So we are travelling. Undertake a journey. Work out how many days the journey will take, and see the travelling flow charts as required for general travelling procedure. Fine. We will go to page 15. Before setting out on the road, work out how many days travel the journey will take. It's going to take 12 days. Okay. Day 1. We roll. So we set off on our journey, which is day 1. So we roll on the calendar of thingamajigdits, which is somewhere. Here we go. Let's see. We could start with a D10 instead of going to a D20 and make it a very short D10. Oh, I bet you'll roll one straight off. We'll start with a D10. Let's go and get this goat. D10. The day begins. It's overcast rather. The weather is. I'm going to make it drizzly anyway. There's one here for weather. I'm pretty sure there's a weather thing somewhere. Oh no, there is. Core 1. Weather. D12. Oh, no. D12. It was a 2. You've not seen me the whole time. Oh. It's not just drizzling. It's hammering down with rain. So the rain is dripping from Thras's lank mud-caked hair. It's stinging his eyes. Torrential rain. Let's put torrential. Hammering rain. Easier. Cakes his eyes as he traipses forwards. The morning is our first. So we'll do a D66. Clears 43. As so we've got our first misery. Where's our little thing? Misery. As the Ras sets off, impending doom floods his heart as a heavy church bell hammers. Its sound not resonating correctly, as though the bell is cracked. He turns as the bell seems to be coming from the west. And towards the west is the city. And smoke begins to rise. Even with the torrential hammering rain, smoke begins to rise from within the city. He can hear screaming. And he can hear the city burning. As smoke begins to reach his nose and the tang of burning flesh, the Ras is going to attempt to leg it. He is going to travel along the road at speed, so there are going to be, we are going to have refugees. We're going to have masses of people coming out of this, possibly overturning him on the roads. So this was, what was this? That was 43. 43. Look to the west. Forth comes fire, and a horde, and the kingdoms burn. So that was, what's it called? That was Psalm 4:3. Burns. Righto. He is going to, before we do that, he is going to attempt to flee. Let's make you flee. So let's see if you can flee. Agility of, what did I say agility was? 1. So we'll say that the DR is just 11. We won't give any enemies. Let's see what happens with this. Is he going to trip over and hurt himself? 1 on 1. Oh no, it's a D12. Ha! Okay. So that is a +1, is, but it needs to beat it. Do you need to beat it in this? Both dice. So what? Pass, fail. I'm thinking this pass is equal or greater. Sorry. But I tell you don't have to watch me. You can just turn it off. Go watch someone else. Me, myself and I. He does voices. He does voices. Players roll for both their attacks and defenses, but don't roll dice in combat. If you fail... So... Normally... I mean, that was the weird thing about Ironsworn, that you had to roll higher. Normally it's equal to or higher. And I'm going to make this equal to or higher. So that is a weak hit. So as a weak hit, trying to run away from combat, what would it be? You evade, but the enemy gets an opportunity to attack. Roll defend. Okay, so I am going to say that our Thoras is going to take a D2 damage as he runs from the fire, in case as he slips. And so 1 to 3. 1 to 3. It takes 1 point of damage. So Thoras slips and twists his ankle in the mud and the torrential rain as he attempts to flee from the burning fire behind him and travel down the road, roll road. So he's going to travel down the road on the way to the north. Let's travel north. Head north, my son. Head north. So travel close, keep track of food and water. So we're not going to do that for this first day, but we will do tonight as Thiras sets camp. Roll weather, we did that. It's hammering down with rain. What's the road like? The road to the north is 3. Tracks drawn up by wild beasts or savage monsters. Meh. Yeah, but this is leaving the city, so I'm going to just say that this is... No, the path that Thiras has decided to choose is a muddy track. Then we've got roll road, so that was roll road, page 5. Roll road events, page 5. D20. Ooh. Okay, so Thiras has legged it away from the city. Okay, he's moving so fast, slipping in the mud, twisting his ankle. The monkeys are behind him as he moves faster. There are people starting to run out of the city. They're screaming as the city burns. Of course, Thiras is unaware that also Grift is burning, Shoreswig is burning, Alanus is burning. I don't know if any of these are said right. But within, he then ate another forked road. 14. Okay. Let's do our first little thing. Thiras has so that was a 14. If you've got ferocity, you can see what I've just rolled. So Thiras, as the pouring rain has reached one fork in the road, decided to turn west and headed west along that fork, and another fork in the road. And confused, he looks to the sky, clutches his fist, and the monkeys are sort of pulling at him to go. No, they're ignoring him or just wandering around. And Thiras is screaming as he tries to run and heads to the east this time in this fork in the road. And then as he's getting too far down with the torrential rain, not noticing, he bumps into the back of a cart, and within the cart, chained up, looking quite in torn clothes, soaked, are 7 slaves in chains, and around them, turning to look at him all at once with eyes that will roll in a second to see what they are 5 slavers. I've got a funny feeling this might be 5 slavers leading. So 5 slavers are leading 7 slaves, half beaten to death, half freshly caught. Now, what do we do next? Now we've got a disposition, don't we? We want to see, how do these slavers think of Thiras? Well, there's a table to do this. I'm pretty sure I remember there being a table to do this. Regions Core 88. What was that all about? Oh, maybe that was the table I did. So, reaction. That's it. Reaction. 2d6. 2d6. Let's see. 3. That's probably not good, is it? 3. Kill. Alright, there's 5 slavers. I think Thiras is already dead. Okay, the slavers will turn and they will scream in anger. by the basilisk's eye, what has stumbled upon us? Shall I do them as scum? Scum has hit point 7, roll of 8, no armour. This says they have a poison knife, but I don't think they would have a poison knife. They're not berserkers. They are 5 slavers. Let's just say they're scum. 5 slavers, that's scum. Or I do have what about this? Maybe it's at the back. Anything that looks like a slaver. That's just a person, that's just like me. Scum it is then. There are few fiends more fell than poverty or monsters more powerful than hate. In this stricken world, the slums and black alleyways are festooned with scum, mothering countless abhorrent miscreants. The PC with the highest presence makes a test at the start of battle. Failure means a random party member is automatically hit with a cowardly backstab. Nah, we're just going to go. Captured, wanted for serious crimes. Dead, wanted for serious crimes. Alright, so we have 5 scum, which will have hit point 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I won't use figures for this. If I do the OSR one, the D&D basically, I will use figures and I'll set up little things and I'll try and work out. I might just get another camera. I'll try and work out how that will work. I'll either use dungeon tiles, or I do have terrain. I haven't like up there. I have lots of terrain, so I could do little terrain bits. But I'll do that for that. But this, I think I will just do Theatre of the Mind. So we'll say that so each one of these has twice the hit points of poor Thoras, who has randomly run into the back of them. They have a morale of 8, but I'm not going to say they have poison. I'm going to say that they just have D4 knives each. So there's 5 of them. I don't think all 5 are going to go for Thoras. Like I don't think they would need to. They're just angry that he's bumped into him and that it's raining hard, and they're just angry. So we'll say that 2 of them will stay back, holding on to the cart. Maybe 2 of them are dragging the cart, so they're knackered. Yeah, they would have eaten the horse, wouldn't they? 2 of them are dragging the cart, so there are 3 that will approach Thoras and attempt to take on Thoras. So we can say that we have 4 monkeys. So we can say 2 monkeys are going to go against 2 monkeys will go against Slaver 5, and 2 monkeys will go against Slaver 4, and then that leaves Slaver 3 will approach me, knife drawn, rusty, horrible looking knife, as his long, dirty, matted beard and dirty cigarette stained teeth, and a small cigarette which is sodden hangs from the bottom of his eyes, as is the sole on his thin leather boot shoes flaps as he approaches in a thick coat made out of what looks like several blankets all sewn together. Approaches. You are coming with us. Your dinner for us and the animals. He's going to go for me, and the monkeys, and they're going to go for the monkeys as they go dinner and go off the monkeys. So first, let's do monkeys. So monkeys are going to be on my side. My monkeys, my rules. So we have, what do we have? How do we do this? It's a DR12. Yeah, monkeys are going to have their strength DR12. They have no pluses, so I'm going to roll for 2 monkeys attacking. I'll do them both at the same time. 2 monkeys going a DR12. That's right, isn't it? So one monkey hits. One monkey hits slaver 5. Monkeys do a D4. Slavers have no armor. So the monkey bites at the slaver's face, doing 1 point of damage. The other monkeys scream and clamber up the other slaver, tearing at his shirt, exposing his chest to the elements. We got a 5 and a 17, and again one monkey does a claws into one of his chests, doing 1 point damage. Now we have the slaver that is approaching Tharas. Now Tharas has a strength of 3 and a club, which does a D6 damage. So Tharas is, I'll put that up there like that. So Tharas will attempt to, as the slaver approaches Tharas, Tharas, who has his club as he's bumped in and comes back and steps back a bit with Thras's old fur cloak and chest piece and padded cloth, which is heavy with rainwater, as he's continuing to come down, and there's odd thunderclap in the distance. Will approach Tharas, and Tharas will step back and swing his club at the slaver. We have a 10, but plus 3 is a 13, is a hit, doing a D6 damage, doing 5 points of damage. So slaver 3 takes a huge crack to the side of his head, but rectifies himself, and then slaver 3, he's got a tattoo on his head 3, so they all know each other. It's like thing 1 and thing 2, slaver 1, slaver 2, slaver 3. Anyway, so he will attempt to, I didn't say they had a plus, did I say they had a plus? I didn't say they had a plus. I don't think they have a plus to hit. No, they do have a morale of 8. How does that work? From memory, you roll 2d6. If it goes over the number, then they split. And so if 2 of the slavers go down, there's a chance they'll split. But then would they split? Because they're leaving 7 slaves behind. We'll see. So the slaver whose crack and blood trickles down, washed in with mud and rain, trickles down his face, approaches me with his big dagger. He gets a natural 20. Well, what would you know? Critical. I get to defend though, don't I? No, that natural 20. Yeah. No, that's not how it works, does it? So it works that he automatically stabs at me. That is my defense roll. That is my defense roll. So I have a critical 20 as my defense. So that means I have, if you fail, the enemy hits you. Right, I get it. So instead, I critical hit my defense against this, which means I get a free attack. So he comes in, slips in the mud, and the knife swishes past Tharas's torso, because that makes sense. Face doesn't make sense. Torso, because I thought that was a hit, and it ends up that it wasn't. It was a defense roll, which gives Tharas a chance to smash down on the back of this slaver's head. A 14 plus 3 is a 17, doing, hold on, sorry, flip between one and the other, doing 5 points damage, cracking down the back, and there's a sickening crack sound, like a coconut being dropped from 30 foot. Coconut's quite strong. As the life drifts out, and Slaver 3 is free from the worries and the pains of their life. Slaver 4 the other two have seen that, and one of those will step up. Maybe both of them will step up to take on Thras. Slaver 4, he's slashing wildly at the monkey that's clawing on his chest. The monkey gets a defense. The monkey gets a defense. That's how it works. So this is the monkey's defense, which is an 8, which is a fail, which means that the slaver does D4. Oh, I used my nice D4. Does D4 damage. Does 2 points of damage to monkey 1. So leaving monkey 1 a big cut against monkey 1's shoulder. Slaver 5 will attempt to do the same for the one that's on his face, clawing at the back of his face and around his head. That monkey holds on tight as the slaver is attempting to hack in at the monkey. The monkey's flailing around so fast that slaver 5 doesn't really get an opportunity. So so this would be the next round, wouldn't it? So slaver 1 and 2 get to approach me. I will get to have a crack at them as they step forwards. Slavers, the monkeys are continuing to attack slavers 4 and 5. So we would say that as they come around from the front of the cart to approach Thras, Thras will go and meet them, because Thras is as thick as 2 short planks, and whereas Thras should really take that as an opportunity to split and leave the monkeys leaving after them, Thras isn't going to do that, because Thras is all thrilled out by the fact that Thras has took one of these slavers down, because Thras really didn't think Thras was going to. Thras talks about himself in the third person all the time. It's quite irritating. So Thras will take a swing at Slaver 1. So Slaver 1 is going to step forwards. Thras will take a swing at Slaver 1, getting a 15, being an 18, being a hit, doing a d6 damage, doing 3 points of damage against Slaver 1. Catching Slaver 1 on the shoulder, but on his left shoulder and not his dominant arm, just making Slaver 1 quite angry. Slaver 1 and 2 are then drawn their knives. Slaver 2 has a butcher's cleaver, and Slaver 1 has a horrible curved dagger, which in its heyday would have been a work of art, but now it just looks old and ill looked after. Slavers 4 and 5 with their monkeys. So the 2 monkeys on Slaver 4. Any 12s. Both are overly excited by their... Come on camera. Anyway, that's a 10 and that's a 7. There we go. Oh, that's how we're going to do it. We do a wiggle finger. That's a 10 and that's a 7. So that monkey misses, and against Slaver 5, Slaver 5 is on the slaver's face. We get, so the one on the face, we'll say the one on the ground is finding it difficult because this slaver's got long, old, but maybe the lacing is going, but it's wearing leather chaps and long leather wading boots. Don't ask what Slaver 5 gets up to in his spare time. What he gets up to in his spare time is his problem. But this is the monkey on his face. The monkey on his face doing a d4 damage, doing 1 point of damage. So we have we have one slaver who has a damaged left shoulder and is slightly favouring it, but really angry. And the other slaver is fine. Slaver with a cleaver will come and attempt to attack me, and the other one will attempt to attack Thras too, and then we'll go back to our monkeys. But first off, we have the 2 slavers. Shall I do two d20s at the same time? It's not going to make much odds who it is. We'll just talk you through. So if one of them hits, so this is my defense. So I have an agility of 1. So this is, I need to get 12 or more. So this plus 1. So 1 saved. So 1 with the cleaver swirps down and I dodge to the side. But sadly, I get clipped by the other one because that would only be a 10. So they do a D4 damage and my armor can do a D2. So I will roll a D4 and a D6. The D6, 1 to 3 is 1, 4, 5, 6 is 2. And we'll see how much damage gets through my armor. So with his curved dagger, 1 point, so 3 points go through. 1 point is taken off, which is 2 points go through. Not even one session. So that puts on exactly 0 hit points. That puts Theas on exactly 0 hit points, which makes Theas broken. So I am going to do so that was them attacking me. I'm going to do the monkey. Theas is broken on exactly 0 hit points. We will see what happens after. We'll give the monkeys a chance to attack the two remaining slavers are going to attack the monkeys, and then we'll see what those monkeys are going to do. Because for all I know, the monkeys might save the day, and they might kill all these slavers, and Theras might wake up, depending on what Theras rolls, might wake up with just loads of dead slavers around him, and some monkeys eating slavers. So. Slaver 4 with the monkey on his chest. He's going to attempt to attack the monkey on his chest. Which this is a monkey on his chest is save, which is a foul, which means that the slaver hits him, doing a D4 damage, doing 1 point of damage. So that means that monkey on his chest, who had already taken 2, is now on 1 hit point. And then we have the one who's the monkey on his face. He's going to attempt to dodge the attack, and the monkey on his face successfully dodges the attack. So we have a slaver with a monkey on his face who's doing a really bad time of it, and we have a slaver with a monkey on his chest who is keeping that monkey at bay. Yes, that's right. That's what's happened, isn't it? Sorry, keep track. So I think Slaver 1 with his bad shoulder is going to go and help out Slaver 4, which means that Slaver 1 will also have a monkey on him. And Slaver 2 is going to help out Slaver 5, which means so we have each slaver is having a dance with monkeys. And let's see how this rolls. So we now have... Am I losing track? I don't think I am. We now have 1 monkey on each slaver. The monkeys now get to try and attack slavers. Slaver 1, who has damaged shoulder and the curved dagger, he is being attacked by an angry monkey, who, if any of them survive, I will give them names. That angry monkey hits that slaver, and that angry monkey has frosting claws and does 3 points of damage. He is on 1 hit point and looking decidedly unhappy with his life choices. Slaver 2 with Slaver 2's cleaver, he is going to have a monkey dive at his groinal area, and that monkey is going to hit his groinal area, and he's going to do 1 point of damage. So because this slaver has used to play village cricket in his Mork Borg, which is a football sport. it's like, basically, this would be closer to what it is. So back in the day, in England, back in the homeland, there was the village sport where they used to play, and what was it called? It used to last like a days, and they'd basically it'd be the two villages get to take it out on each other. Village, what was it called? Football. It would be football. Deadly. Will that tell me what it is? Deep in the heart of the Derbyshire Dales, there survives a medieval sport where almost anything goes except murder. That's it. Google it. Has it got a name? No rules. It's a beautiful game. Shrove Tide style. This is what they would do. So it's a town called Ashbourne, is what this is talking about. Royal Shrove Tide football. That's what he used to play. Royal Shrove Tide football. Slaver 2. No, not 1. He's on 6. It's not on 1 hit point. He's on 6 hit points. Slaver 1 is on 1 hit point. Sorry, I wrote it down when I was too excited about this football. So he has a box which protects him from the attack. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by thinking of a monkey attacking a man's groin. Slaver 4, who has the monkey on his chest and has been doing quite well. That monkey is going to continue trying to get higher up into his face. His backup, who's on the ground, is no longer there, of course. He is now attacking Slaver 1, doing very well about it. So on his chest, the monkey is attempting to get higher up his chest and doing a very bad job of it, as this slaver keeps hammering that monkey back down again. And the monkey on the slaver's face, that is a 12. So that is a 12, which we said, sorry, that is a 12, and we said a 12 was a success. So this monkey is continuing to claw at this slaver's face, doing 1 point of damage. He's now on 4 hit points. So he's clawing at the back of the slaver's head. Sorry, back of the slaver's head, but maybe the slaver has one of their medieval skull caps, so a leather skull cap. So he's being able to get to it and he's being tearing at it over time. Slaver 1 with his curved dagger is going to hack down at this monkey who's on the ground, and the monkey is going to attempt to dodge out of the way, and the monkey successfully dodges out of the way of that hack. Our slaver with the football box, no, yeah, because it's a dodge, isn't it? The slaver with the football box attempts to kick at this monkey. The monkey dodges to the side and swipes its claws up his inner thigh, successfully catching him. If this is a 3 or more, we'll know where he caught him. Successfully catching him where we would not mention. He does a mixture between a groan and a scream, indicating that it was probably his left one or his favourite one that was caught by a monkey claw. We now have the slaver who has the monkey on his chest. He's going to attempt to stick his dagger in between and push this monkey off of his chest. The monkey dodges to the side of the blade, and this slaver just really can't get the blade in. I thought this was us dead, but these monkeys have saved my bacon. And the final is we have the monkey on the slaver's face. That monkey successfully dodges. That's right, isn't it? Because I'm rolling dodges. I'm rolling monkey dodges. So that monkey dodges. So all the monkeys have dodged this turn. Is that correct? I think that's correct. All the monkeys have dodged. So that monkey successfully dodges the attack. So now we have some breathing heavy slavers, some wild screeching monkeys who love me dearly, but they just can't be asked spending any time with me. Theras rather, start to screech. Slaver 1 with his curved dagger had an injured shoulder and is now lacerated. So that was the injured shoulder. That was 2 lacerations. He's bleeding profusely from a wound on his chest. Slaver 2 with his hatchet has his box now torn to the side. He's holding at his groin with one hand as blood trickles between his fingers. He's never going to have children. As he hacks down with the other. And the other 2 slavers are just basically slowly fending off a monkey on one's face and a monkey on the other one's chest. As now the monkeys get to attack. So against Slaver 1 we have our monkey who is nearly killed a slaver. Natural 20? Okay, this is a good monkey. Good monkey. What does natural 20 as a hit attack? Double damage. Armor protection is also reduced 1 hit. Well, this slaver is only on 1 hit point. So we're going to say that so the monkey on Slaver 1, it eviscerates him. So dives up at his face. There's screaming. His face looks very much like, spoilers, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Looks very much like that. And what we're going to say is that this monkey does such a good job with rolling a natural 20 when the slaver only has 1 hit point, that the monkey is going to, that we'll have that as this one here, number 5. We're going to call him Face. Though I'm probably going to roll on Theras is dead. So Face is going to basically have an early dinner, leaving the other 3 monkeys to deal with their things. We will call Slate. So One Ball with his hatchet is going to attempt to defend himself against our Mad Monkey, and Mad Monkey rolls a 12, which is exactly what Mad Monkey needs. Doing so, this slaver only has 3 hit points left. 3 hit points. Our ex-football playing slaver. He was a wing back. Now he's a wing nut. He is going to scream as excuse this. Our ballsy monkey is going to dive in from the ground up, but not all the way up, just halfway up, and begin his hearty breakfast, his midday meal. Now we have two monkeys left. The one against who's still clinging on to this slaver's chest, as his shirt and waistcoat is becoming shredded. He rolls a natural 1. So this monkey fumbles an attack. So if you fumble an attack, the weapon breaks or is lost. I am going to say that the monkey bites down on a buckle, breaking his tooth. This monkey has this the monkey who got hit? I think this is the monkey that got hit. This monkey is only on 1 hit point. So we are going to say that this monkey will take, so if it's fumble, okay, let's go. Let's roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, he takes 1 hit point, and this monkey is out. And that's a 5. So this monkey, so monkey, but I'm not going to roll broken for the monkey, even though it's only on 0 hit points. I'm going to say this monkey chipped a massive tooth, a big chunk of tooth, which gives Slaver 4 the opportunity to counterattack. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I'm going to give this a counterattack and to finish off this monkey. So Slaver 4 has no monkey for now. Slaver 5 with the monkey on his face is going to attempt to attack his monkey, and the monkey dodges. The monkey dodges really well. So the one on the face is dodging. So now we have 2 slavers standing. Slaver 4, I'm going to have to roll morale because he may decide to leg it, because we have 3 dead slavers. He turns, 2 of them are basically being devoured. We have the one with the monkey on his face who is getting really badly scratched up, and that face monkey, he's not been hit actually. I think that's right. So let's roll morale. They have a morale of 8. Let me quickly look this up to double check that I've got this right, this idea right. Where would that be? Is it at the back? Yes. Morale 31. 31. Most enemies will not fight to the last drop of blood. Roll morale. If the leader is killed, half the group is eliminated. A single enemy has only 1/3 of its hit points left. If you are greater than the creature's morale value of 2d6, it is demoralised. Roll a d6, see if the enemy flees or surrenders. Okay, it's got an 8. I rolled double 6. I'm not even going to bother rolling on this table. He runs away. He's completely demoralised, and so Slaver 4. Even though Slaver 4 defeated his monkey, he's going to stand. So Slaver 4 in killing the monkey. What was I on? Oh yeah, I remember. Killing the monkey. Is that at the back as well? Yes. Killing the monkey. Oh, sorry, you can't see me. Killing the monkey. Slightly picked up his morale. He thought, turned. He is completely overawed by the sight of his 2 colleagues. So first off, there's the one that I battered. Chris Carl is split open. He can see the grey matter of his brain being washed into the mud from the heavy rain. There's 2 blood-soaked patches of mud and bits of his colleagues. They probably doesn't like his colleagues. Are all over the place. This one, he's just on this guy's face and it isn't coming off. So I think he is going to split. So he will run. Run away! Brave Sir Robin. And that leaves us with Slaver 5 with the monkey on his face. Although if he defeats that monkey, the other 2 might get a bit tasty, and that one might just run away, leaving 2 monkeys and me on the ground. So I think I'm probably alright, unless Slaver 5 succeeds, in which case Slaver 5 will come and finish me off. So we have monkey on face monkey rolls a 4 for damage. Face monkey's done it. So face monkey is attempting to attack this slaver, rolls a 2. He does not successfully attack the slaver. The slaver is defending against. The slaver will, with his small short dagger, attempt to stab this monkey, and this monkey dodges quite successfully out of the blade as he's trying to hack at the monkey and not quite succeeding. We might, what time? Yeah, because this battle's going on for ages, so we may say that this is the last bit, that the monkey tries to attack the bloke tries to attack the monkey. The monkey has 4 hit points, the bloke has 4 hit points. Whomever wins this round and does damage on the other one, we're going to say the victor is forced away, and if the victor is the monkey will kill the slaver. If the victor is the slaver will kill the monkey. If the monkey kills the slaver, we will roll morale and then see what happens next. I know what I mean. So, monkey attempting to attack slaver's face, pulling at his eyeballs. We have an 11, so that's a miss. So then we have the slaver attempting to kill the monkey. We have an 8, so the slaver successfully stabs at our monkey. Monkey has 4 hit points left. He does 3, so the monkey has remained on 1 hit point. And the slaver will, in that point, because the monkey's been taken 3 hit points worth of damage with the dag, will drop down. the slaver will get a chance to look around to see how badly everything is, and he's only on 4 hit points, which is about half health anyway. So he will attempt to roll morale. His morale is 8. He rolled double 6 again. They're not loaded dice. He's going to run. This slaver runs. Runs for his life. So, Thoras is broken. Laying on the ground, bleeding. I roll a d4, and so we've got fully unconscious, d4 rounds, awakes with d4 hit points. Roll a d6, broken or severed limb, lost eye, can't act for d4 rounds, then gets active with d4. Hemorrhaging, death in d2 hours unless treated, so that one, so basically it's a 50-50 death. If I roll a 3 or a 4, I bleed to death slowly. If I roll a 1 or a 2, I will wake up the next morning, or probably earlier, to a bunch of slaves screaming and some monkeys traipsing around. So, d4. Here we go. We get a 1. Well, bloody hell. So, Thoras is unconscious for 2 rounds, and then we'll wake up with I can't roll 4 because I've only got max 3 hit points. We'll wake up with 2 hit points. So Thoras is going to wake up with a cracking headache and 2 hit points. Shall we finish off the day? Shall we finish? Yeah, we'll finish off the day. The Thoras will decide. So Thoras has got, how many bodies do we have? We have 1, 2. We have 3 bodies. 2 ran away. I have 1 dead monkey. I reckon I am going to get. So the monkey had. So if the monkey had 4 hit points. And from ferocity with hunting, I believe, yes, I am going to eat one of my monkeys. And I'm sure the other monkeys will help me do it too. How much meat is there? A creature provides rations equal to their hit points or whatever feels reasonable. So that would be 4 days rations. Can a monkey feed you for 4 days? Well, let's think. A chicken, I could make 1 roast chicken feed me over multiple days. So 1 roast chicken, if you pushed it, a smallish roast, medium-sized roast. Well, a medium-sized roast chicken feeds multiple people for dinner. Granted, you have other stuff as well. Okay, let's say a 1 plus a D3. 1 plus a D3. 3. So that's 3 days rations. So I get my monkey, and I get 3 days rations out of Lunchy, giving me a total of 5 days rations. I've got Face and Ballsy are fine, but what we would call so the surviving one was he was also Face, so we're going to call him Grinner. Grinner is on 1 hit point, and I am on 2 hit points, so we're going to have to do some healing tonight. But anyway, for now, so we've got that, and now we also have got let's go through. So corpse plundering. Let's see what we get out of these bodies. So we've got 1, 2, 3 bodies. So they're all so we've got 7 slaves rattling in their cages and their chains, going, "Let me out! Let us out! Let us out!" If any of these, I don't know, I've not looked. If any of these roll a key, then we have the key to let them out. One here says key to nearby locked door stolen. So at least one of these says key. If it says key, then we have the key. Otherwise, I'm going to say that 4 and 5 that run away had the key, and I'll have to decide whether I want to break them out. I don't think I've got anything to do it. So anyway, so the clears are going to be the ones. So that's 1, 6. The first one, number 1, has nothing in his pockets apart from an old dirty tissue. 23. Bag of angry venomous moths. Test toughness DR6 or die. Flipping hell. Alright, so my toughness is 0, 8. Flips. So these moths come streaming out, and I quickly smack my hands against them. And finally, what did he have that in his pockets for? 45. The water of life heals D8 hit points. Test toughness DR10 or go blind. Highly alcoholic. Okay. So I've got waters of life. I guess it says all this on the it says it on the tin. So I don't know this. And then we go test. Oh, sorry. Test tough. I'm not gonna. This is the last resort. DR10 or blind. Okay, that's what I've got off the bodies. So Thuras is vindictive. He's got a face that's rotting. He's going to stand there. He's going to stand there and go, I'm not going to let you out because those two are going to come back and they'll hunt me down. Otherwise, they're going to hunt me down anyway. Most probably, I'm not letting you out. Come on, monkeys. And then Thuras is going to leave them in the cage and keep heading north. Trudging along, heading north with his headache. So what did we have in this? Slavers battle. So this we'll pass over Thuras and the slaves. Just to note, what's the classic arsehole player? It's what my character would have done. It's what my character would do. So we've got that, and then finally we have camping. So Thuras is going to settle down. Thuras is going to come off the side of the road temporarily. Where are we? We want this ferocity. A camping move, it says. So Thuras, spending a day foraging the villages, leaving the road after half a day's journey you encounter. Nightly campsite events. Alright, so we've got this bit here. So, a camping move. Actually, I quite enjoyed that. I was positive Thuras was going to die just then. Positive. Camping. Catch breath. No. So, Thuras is camping for the night. 2d20. Let's use my d6, the green one. Presence of +1. So I have a DR12 presence test. We have +1, so a 3 and a 17, which is a weak hit. So where we've got camping, weak hit, gain D2 D6 hit points. What does D2 D6 hit points mean? Oh, it means catch a breath camping. So camping, gain D4 hit points. If sleeping, restore 1 omen and 1 power and use 1 ration. Introduce a reason for a restless night or interruption. Fine. So we will use up I wonder if no, the monkeys have eaten. The monkeys ate it. So we will eat 1 lot of monkey. We will heal we will So me and Monkey will heal a D4. So I will be the green and he will be the black D4. So I heal, yeah, I will be the green, so I heal 1, he heals 3. So that puts Monkey on 4 hit points, on 4, and me on 4 hit points on 3. My monkeys have more hit points than me. Thras, oh, of course, it's the plague, the rot plague. The rot plague would have. Oh, this is an hour and 20 minutes. Sorry, this is much longer than I would have thought. So that causes. So we've got that, and so we go. So easy. Why is it a restless night? Because Thras has nothing to protect him from the rain, and the rain has just pelted down continually. The monkeys climbed into trees, so they were okay, but Thras got a rain splattered night. End of day 1. I enjoyed that. That was much more fun than I thought it was, and not as confusing as I thought it'd be. I think I did get confused, but I quite enjoyed that. Sorry it's gone for an hour and 20 minutes, but I enjoyed it. Job done.